The Swiss peasants and shepherds controlled the Gotthard Pass. It was a thorn in the side of the Habsburgs. Since 1273, they had been trying to deprive the peasants of their ancestral freedoms. They appointed foreign judges who broke the old laws. Opposition grew. The cantons of Schwyz, Uri, and Unterwalden signed the famous Eternal Alliance on Rütli Meadow, according to legend.
We want to be a united people of brothers. No danger or threat will separate us. We want to be free as our fathers were. Death is better than slavery.
That's how Friedrich Schiller put it in William Tell. The Chronicle of the Swiss describes in words and pictures what happened to them under the Habsburgs. Year after year, knights and soldiers of the Austrian king marauded across the land to put down the rebellious peasants. The Austrians stole their cattle, attacked their villages, plundered and laid waste, and seized their women. To defend themselves, the Swiss assembled a popular army. But where would they get weapons? The peasants took what they had at hand. Flails were fashioned into spiked staffs. Pitchforks were turned into pikes. Scythes became spears with razor-sharp blades.
The Swiss also had murderous instruments with which they could split well-armed opponents in two, as if with a butcher's knife, and chop them into pieces. Halberds, they called them.
Thus armed, the Swiss waited for the Habsburgs in the narrow Morgarten Pass on November the 15th, 1315. They had only 1,500 men against 5,000 well-armed knights. So they lay in wait, ready to attack the flank of the enemy column. Unlike the Habsburgs, they were without shields or armor, but they did have courage. They knew what they were fighting for, their freedom and independence.
Bravely, the Swiss stormed out of their hiding places. What I saw wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. Like cowards, the knights fled from the Swiss peasants.
The Swiss spared no one, nor did they try to take prisoners. They killed everyone without exception. It is said that 1,500 men died by the sword in that butchery. When some of the foot soldiers heard how their bravest warriors had been so cruelly killed, they threw themselves into the lake, utterly crazed and confused.
Die militärischen Erfolge machten die Schweizer zu begehrten Kriegsleuten in Europa. Aus den Freiheitskämpfern wurden Elitesöldner. Begehrt waren sie als selbstständig kämpfendes Fußvolk. Begehrt waren sie durch ihre Waffen, die Hellebarden oder bis zu 4,50 Meter langen Langspießen. Begehrt waren aber auch die Männer aus den Bergen selber mit ihrer ungeheuren Kampfeswut. Schweizer waren teuer, ein Markenartikel, aber eben fast schon siegversprechend und deshalb von den Mächtigen Europas verpflichtet. Die Schweizer Garde im Vatikan erinnert heute noch an diese große Zeit der Schweizer Söldner.
The faded flag of the Swiss is kept in the Museum of Schwyz, a sacred symbol of the nation. The citation reads,
Under me, in the 11th month of 1315, the men of Schwyz, with the aid of the men of Uri and Unterwalden, defeated Duke Leopold of Austria at Morgarten.
Morgarten was more than just a military victory. The three original cantons united with all the other cantons to form Switzerland, the first federal state in Europe with a democratic constitution. A free people on free land, as Goethe wrote. It had been achieved by peasants and shepherds.